Hey guys, it's Beth. Today I'll be using these mini candy jars from Dollar Tree, a couple of round plaques, and little figurines from Hobby Lobby. I took moss color chalk paint by Waverly and painted both of the round plaques, and these are 4 inches. Next, I'm taking the 2 candy jars and I'm marking on the lids with a Sharpie so I know where the lid will end when it's completely closed, so I know which direction to put the figurines. I glue some of these little wooden cubes to the bottom of each of the figurines and the trees. And then I glue inside the lid one of the figurines in one tree. Next, I'm taking some gold ribbon, which I got from Dollar Tree, and hot gluing it around each of those lids. Next, I take some faux snow and pour that inside each of the candy jars and then place in the figure and tree and close the lid. And then I just shake it around to make sure it was enough snow in there. And then I do the same thing with the next one. Next, I take one of the little candy jars and hot glue the lid to the top of one of the plaques. And then take the next candy jar and hot glue that to the one that's glued down. So they'll both be glued upside down. And then I take the second plaque and hot glue that upside down onto that top candy jar. That's it for this project. Thank you guys so much for watching. Today I'll be using this little cloche piece and these canisters, just the lids from Dollar Tree. I took the 2 lids and removed the rim from them. This fabric I got from Walmart. I placed the lids over it and measured out a piece that's larger than the width of the lid. Added Mod Podge to the side of the lid, just a little bit at a time. Placed down the fabric. And then added more Mod Podge to have the fabric cover the outside of the lid. Next, I'm cutting little strips along the remaining part of the fabric. And then I take Mod Podge and apply some of it on the inside of the lid. And then push down all those little pieces. And then I do the same thing to the top on this one. And on this lid, I cut a circle piece that fits inside the top, add Mod Podge and place that down. And then make sure that's completely dry and do an outer layer of Mod Podge to cover the entire thing. And then for the next lid, the top part I am not going to be covering, but the inside of the lid I will be covering. So I left the pieces of fabric longer on that one. And then on the inside of the lid, I added a piece of fabric to cover the bottom. So this is the top of the next lid. What I did was, when it was completely dry with the Mod Podge, I just cut a small hole because I'll be putting some lights through there. Just use my razor blade to cut the hole. And then I'm taking this white ribbon and I'm gluing 4 strips around the lid. So it's going to be looking like a present. So just make sure those strips are opposite of each other. And just hot glue them on the top and then on the underneath. On the next lid, this one is going to be the top. So the ribbon will go all the way across the top. And then I'll add another piece of ribbon going across it. I'm taking the same ribbon. I measured out a piece about 7 inches, folded it over, and then just kept folding it over itself 5 times. And then just cut off the excess, cut a little slit just about in the center on both sides, added in some twine, pulled it nice and tight, and then just wrapped it around a couple times, knotted it, and cut off the excess, and then spread out the loops. And then I ended up cutting off the excess pieces of the ribbon from when I started the bow and when I ended it, so those little pieces aren't sticking out. Just fluff up the bow and then hot glue it to the top lid, the one that has the ribbon covering the top. Next, I'm taking the fairy lights, putting them up through the bottom of the other lid and pulling them all the way through. Just leaving the battery pack on the inside of that lid, the underneath side. I added in some hot glue around the rim on this one and some faux snow I got from Dollar Tree. I then took this tree from Dollar Tree and cut off the bottom and hot glued that to the top of that lid, as well as a little Santa figurine from Dollar Tree. Wrapped the fairy lights around both of those, and then covered the lid and the lights with the faux snow. And once I had it covered, I just pushed the snow off of the rim, took the top part of the cloche, that's the only part I'm using, put hot glue on the bottom of it, and then glued it to the top of that lid. Turned on the lights and then just added a piece of Velcro I get from Dollar Tree to the battery pack and tucked that underneath that lid. Took the other lid and put some hot glue on the inside rim and then glued it to the top of the cloche. Just trying to get those ribbons lined up. That's it for this project. Thank you guys so much for watching.